Hello and welcome back to Family Connect. My name is Faith. Last week we had started a conversation on intimacy, and today we want to continue on that topic. Dr. Kathy is here with me again, Dr. Kathy Chris. She's a counseling psychologist.
Yes.
Are you a counseling
Yes.
psychologist? So and a therapist.
Marriage therapist.
Yes, and I introduced her in the previous episode.
Yeah.
Kindly just go and have a listen. She has so many organizations that she works with that you might find useful in your life. So thank you, Dr. Chris, for joining us
Thank you.
again.
Yeah, my pleasure.
So now we had started on physical intimacy.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
said physical includes so many things. Touch.
Mhm.
It's not just the sexual part of
Yeah,
it,
it's not
but
just the
it
sexual
involves so many other things.
Yes.
And we know that there are so many couples who are struggling. They are struggling with physical intimacy. And we talked a little bit about how we allow other things to come in
Yeah.
to
Yes.
cause that
That rift.
separation.
Mm,
Yeah, a
the
rift
rift,
in
yeah.
the marriage.
Mm.
So now I want you to take us through what are the principles
Okay.
that we need to follow
Mhm.
even in our sexual intimacy that
Okay.
will help us to even honor God.
Okay. Thank you so much. I love what we are talking about,
Mm.
because marriages are really struggling, even young marriages, and yet that was not how God intended it. God intended intimacy in all its angles, physical, emotional, spiritual, and intellectual, to be something that is enjoyed and continuous. It becomes part of who we are. So when that there's a rift between the people, that cannot occur, and that's why the marriage becomes like it has cracks. There's a storm brewing, and that's why when these things are not in sync, you find that both of them are always erupting, because there's a disconnect.
There's a disconnect in the marriage. Yes.
Yeah. So let me just quickly just talk about the 4 principles. Number 1, about sexual intimacy. Sexual intimacy in marriage brings glory, or is to honor glory, honor God, glorify God. Why? Because He created it.
Amen.
He created sex.
Sexual.
He ordained it to be enjoyed within the confines of his marriage, on the marriage. And the Bible says in Corinthians that a man, I'm just paraphrasing, should fulfill the desires of his wife sexually, and the woman should also fulfill. And actually he says this: the body of the husband does not belong to him, it belongs to her. And the body of the wife does not belong to her, it belongs to the husband. So what does that say? That sexual intimacy is very important. It is there. So when we as Christians think of how we neglect it, then we should know we are not honoring God.
We are
not
bringing
glory to God
Yeah.
with our sexual intimacy.
Yeah, because most Christians, before you get married, sex is sin.
Yes.
And now sometimes we fail to transition.
It's
now
true.
We are married. It's no longer sin.
Do you know it's true? People say switch off the lights.
Yeah. There are people who've never seen each other.
There was a woman who confessed she was married to, I don't know what, 20, maybe 15, 20 years. She had never seen the man, how he looked like.
They always did it
in the lights.
In the lights off.
Inside the
lights
blankets.
Off. Inside. It's not only lights off, but it's
imagine
inside the
she
blanket.
Didn't know how he looked like. She had never seen his penis. She had never seen it. She didn't know whether it was big, small, brown, black.
It's hard to believe. And yet, this is happening in marriages.
In marriages.
And in the Bible, in the beginning, God said He created man and women, and they were naked and unashamed. So you see, the minute you get married, you should be able to be naked and not ashamed.
Because this is somebody who loves you.
Yes.
The whole you. We women with our bumps, with our love handles, with our flatness, with our bigness, with our slimness.
Yes.
The man with his belly or without, with his thinness, with everything.
You should be
comfortable.
Very comfortable.
So you see, actually, let me say this. If you're not comfortable with how you are, you'll not be comfortable even with somebody else.
Yeah, because it begins by
your
accepting
nakedness.
yourself.
Yeah, so that's the problem.
So we
actually.
take our insecurities into the marriage.
Into the marriage.
And that's why I will maybe tell my husband, switch off the lights.
Yeah, switch off the lights.
Because I don't want you to see my 2 tummies.
Yeah.
You need to start by accepting yourself. So that you can accept even the other person.
And be able to be naked and not ashamed.
Because it's a very important, I think it's super important.
It's so important.
Because you see, the minute you're not comfortable with each other, trust me, there are so many other things you'll keep hidden.
Yeah, and I think also, I'm sorry we are dwelling on that one too much. I think also it is good to compliment your spouse.
Yes, it's important.
I love those handles. You know, they're called love handles.
They are love handles.
I love your bigness.
Yes.
And when the wife says he's going to swim, you say, what? No, not an inch.
I love you with all your folds.
It's the more the size is, the more I have to love.
I
have
know,
more to love.
I
Every
agree.
small bit of you.
So true.
Yeah.
Very true.
So the man also has a work to do. You understand? Maybe
to make his woman comfortable.
Nose,
yes.
Say, what? And the way I just love the way your nose is just like that.
The best nose
it's the
ever.
best. It makes your face look.
Very true.
I'm telling you.
Because we are all beautifully made. God fearfully and wonderfully made.
So if you know your spouse has an issue with their physique, compliment them.
Yeah.
Of course, let me say that it's not the responsibility of your mate to make you feel comfortable about
I agree.
Because that's putting too much
pressure on someone.
Them. Yeah.
Yeah, accept yourself, then you won't need anyone to validate you all the time.
Yeah, especially women.
Yeah, women.
We are the one who have those issues.
Yeah, and you keep asking your husband, now that I'm too big, do you still love me? Like, really?
And then it's a trick question.
It's a trick question.
The men who are listening to this, it's a trick question. If your wife asks you, am I too thin? I beg, Oga,
say no.
Please, just say you are okay the way you are. Because the moment you say yes, you're in trouble.
Problem.
Or am I too big? Or should I think this dress is so tight, I need to lose weight. Okay, you better keep quiet. Those are trick questions. If you answer in the positive, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble.
If you answer in the negative, you're in
couch.
trouble.
You're sleeping in the sitting room.
Or the white man will say you are sleeping in the doghouse.
Trick questions. Learn to avoid them.
Learn to avoid them. If you are, just say, you can actually throw back the question to her and say, what do you think?
That's the best.
I think I'm too fat. Well, for me, I love
perfect.
you just the way you are. Perfect.
You're perfect.
Yeah. So if you want to lose weight, it's up to you.
Yeah.
If you want to add,
it's up to you. Yeah. I just love you.
Be neutral. Because
you don't want to end up in the doghouse.
Anyway, let's go to
women are complicated beings. We are very complicated.
We are wonderful beings.
Yeah, very nice.
So the second principle is sexual intimacy in marriage unites couples.
It does.
It's not,
and it's what makes you one.
It's not something that you do with anybody else.
It's only with this person.
Only with this
but
person.
it's the only thing that you can't do with anyone else.
Exactly. You can hug somebody.
Yes.
You can even kiss somebody.
Yeah, on the cheeks.
You can hold hands.
Yes.
But you don't have sexual intimacy with anybody.
Yeah.
So it unites you in a unique way. And it not only unites you physically, but spiritually.
Yes. It creates a spiritual bond.
Spiritual bond that the enemy always... That's why he likes when there's scarcity of sexual intimacy.
Yes, that's where he comes in.
Because the bond, the closeness,
it's weakening and it's weakened. So anyone can just come in and cause...
That's it. So that's the second principle. Sexual intimacy creates or unites the couple. It bonds them because it's something that only the two of you, you share. It's what you share.
It's sacred.
It's sacred. That's the word. It's something that is sacred. It's something that it's even something that is so spiritual that the enemy keeps fighting it.
Exactly.
We are not talking. So when you're not talking, when you're not having communication,
there's no sex in the marriage.
There's no sex. So you see now.
So, and now it started with no communication. Now there's no physical intimacy. The problems are compounding.
You understand? Yeah. So the third principle is sexual intimacy in marriage should be regular. should
Regular.
be regular. Now, let me say this.
What if it's once a month? Isn't that regular?
No, that's
if we
not
do
regular.
it once?
Hey. Somebody asked me, how often should it be? And this is my answer, and I'll also answer it the same way. As often as it needs to be.
Amen to that.
Yes, because couples are unique.
Yeah.
There are some who are going through some health issues.
Yeah.
There are some who are going through the mental, psychological issues. But regardless of whatever issues, it should be as often as it is needed.
Yeah. And also, it depends on the appetite, the sexual appetite of the couples.
You see, there's some couples who are very appetited.
Yeah.
So they
very high.
Yes, their libido is very high.
Yeah.
But now, if your partner's libido is not high, you whose one is high needs to accommodate that one is not high. And you whose one's not high, you should accommodate your own partner whose is high. Don't say, I'm not in the mood. I don't feel like it. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, women. Women, I have a headache. My back.
No. You know,
the baby needs me.
All those excuses.
We need to stop with the excuses.
No, we need to stop with the excuses, because you are attacking the manhood
of your spouse.
Yeah, because he feels rejected as a man. He doesn't see you are rejecting the sex. He's rejecting him as a person.
We need to realize when we are saying no for no apparent reason, it's rejection.
Reason.
It's a rejection.
It's a rejection.
There's someone I had, and she was telling us as women, when you're saying no, give a reason. And then say when.
Thank you. Yes, I don't feel so well. My stomach is paining. And let it be honest.
Yeah, not a lie.
Because you're calling a stomach problem or back problem.
I know.
So you say, honey, today I'm not feeling very well, so I will not be able to have sexual intimacy. But I promise you, tomorrow
or when I feel better.
Not when I feel better, because that
it
better
might be never.
2 weeks. Say, I'm sure in the next 1-2 days I'll be okay. So, today is Thursday. Let me say,
by Saturday.
You can look forward to a great Saturday.
Yes.
You can imagine how that man will
He'll be super excited.
He'll be super excited. He knows he's getting something.
Yes.
And when you promise,
keep your promise. You must keep your promise. So, ladies, no more excuses. Those headaches. In fact, someone said, sexual intimacy heals headaches.
The headaches.
We're taking a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Family Connect. I'm with Dr. Kathy here, and wow, she's awesome. If you've missed what we were talking before the break, kindly rewind and just follow the conversation. We had started we were telling the women, or Dr. Kathy was telling us, we need to have regular sexual intimacy with our spouses in the home. And we got to a point where we're saying women need to stop giving excuses. So why do you think the women are coming up with all these excuses? We're talking about excuses, not legitimate reasons, but excuses. We know women sometimes they just don't feel like it.
They don't feel like
the fake headaches. I'm not in the mood. Why?
I think that's a very, very important issue to address. Okay, Faith, I'm going to address number one. How does the man treat the woman?
Yes.
And on other times?
Yeah.
The men will be so nonchalant. No compliments.
Yeah.
No pet name.
Nothing.
No gentleness. Rough treatment. Rough talk. And then in the evening, you want to tell me, you want to pat me and say kaa vizuri. And I always tell people, by the way, si matatu.
A woman is not a matatu.
Kaa vizuri. You understand? Use better language.
I know.
And the better language is treating her well.
Throughout the day.
You understand? So many of them is because of the way you treat them.
Yeah.
And too many of them is the way you approach it. Sasa, ukiniambia kaa vizuri, what do you mean? I feel
it's like I'm something you just use and dump when you're done.
Exactly. So why don't you start by embracing, cuddling?
Yes. When you come home,
you already know what your wife likes. Maybe she
Yes.
likes kissing.
Yes.
Why don't you begin from there?
Mhm.
Remember, you've treated her well throughout the day.
Throughout the day.
You've called her.
Mm.
But it shouldn't be that because you want.
Yeah, because I also know this
Exactly.
pattern. He only calls.
Calls and when he understand, let it be a lifestyle. So please, men and women, let it be a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So anyway, you've done your part. You understand?
Mm.
But now there is what we call foreplay.
Yes.
You don't just jump on the woman or
I
jump on the
know.
man. There is foreplay.
Yeah.
Foreplay is as important as the sex intimacy
It
is.
Mm.
So how do you do foreplay? What does she like?
Yeah.
Does she like you touching her breasts?
Mm.
That's why we said we have to have open communication.
Mm.
Does she like you tickling her?
Mm.
Does the man like you, whispering sweet nothings
I
or
know.
just rubbing his head?
Find out what your spouse likes.
Find out what triggers your spouse.
Yeah.
Let there be foreplay
Mm.
as much as needed, because I always tell men are always ready.
Women
Women nawambianga sisi ni kama jiko
ya
ya
makaa.
makaa. Lazima upepete, but the good thing is ikishika moto,
Nayo, it goes on for
it
hours.
goes on. So that's what it is a good work, because the results are going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
So when it comes to this, that's why some women find it's not interesting. It's boring.
Yeah, because
And
there's
then
no foreplay.
There's no foreplay. It becomes boring. And then how do you, when you are making love to your wife or to your husband, are you active? Maybe the man likes you to talk. Tell him how you're feeling.
Okay, you should just be a log over
A log.
there. You're
Alafu
just
namwambia
there.
ukimaliza
Uzime taa.
uzime taa. Ama unifunike. What kind of language is that? You should be active participating. And I want to say, women, you should also initiate it. Let the man not be the one who initiates it.
Women should learn to initiate
it. You might be too shy to go bold,
Yeah.
but touch the buttons. Know the buttons
You
to
know
press.
what?
Maybe it's just even pinching him.
Yeah, and then he will know.
He will know.
He will know.
Today is the day. You understand?
Game on.
And then there's this thing of coming too soon, ejaculating too soon. That's something else women are frustrated. They call it bad sex.
So they are left and they are not satisfied. So to them, there's no pleasure. So there's no pleasure. Yeah.
So that's why the man needs to make sure that the woman is turned on enough so that when the intimacy begins, when the sex begins, orgasm will become very fast. It will be easy when she's already ready. Her body is ready. She's wet, so to speak, and she's ready for you. But when many men, you didn't do any foreplay, you jump in and jump out. How do you feel? Do you think that woman is left feeling?
And that's why she always has excuses.
Excuses, because
that's why she'll be
it's
like,
no longer something that is sweet.
It's not pleasurable
it's
for
not
her.
Pleasurable for
it's
her.
actually a duty that she fulfills, and it becomes a chore. You know, and no one likes. Okay, we don't like work that much. So you can imagine there are times you'll be like,
and
this
she
is
just
not
feels
working
that
for
it's
me.
for you.
Yeah, because you just use her. Yeah,
used.
She just feels used.
And I'm going to say something also. After the sex or the love making, don't just come off and roll over and start
sleep.
snoring. Guys, hold each other
and talk.
You might not even talk.
Just
let
bond.
Your hearts,
beat as one.
Do you know those small things that people neglect?
Imagine.
Are so important,
and especially for us as women.
Yeah.
It's
more for the women, not for the men.
Yeah, the cuddling after is just for the
women.
And imagine, you'd be surprised the next time you ask for it, she will be like, yes, my
exactly. brother.
Okay, husband, whatever you call him,
whatever, my sugar pot,
whatever you call him,
So make it interesting, okay? If something becomes so monotonous, so mundane, somebody will not even be interested.
Yeah, it becomes boring.
So you make it interesting. There are some scented candles you can buy. You light them up. You put them in the bathroom.
Yes.
There are some, all these nice smelling shower gels. So that your body will be smelling nice. And by the way, I need to say, hygiene also is another
very
issue.
important.
Hygiene. You umeshinda the work, You come in, you are sweaty, you are smelly, and then you want to have sexual intimacy, for
With your
heaven's
very
sake.
clean, shiny wife.
And then it also goes both ways.
Yeah,
There's
it
a
goes
woman,
both
there's a
ways.
husband who came complaining and said that my woman will be out there, and she was a market woman, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
She'll be out there
Oh,
in the market,
yeah,
smelly, sweaty,
dust,
and then she
everything.
comes and says, "Oh, I'm too tired," and he says he can't stand her. She smells.
So you can imagine if he has to share a bed with her.
There'll be no sexual intimacy.
None.
So
none.
Wewe ambaye you are complaining there's no intimacy as a man, can you
Check
find
on
out?
your-
Even your boxers, be
Yeah.
hygiene.
Yeah, they
The
should be clean.
Boxers zako unavanga 1 week.
Hygiene,
You know,
key.
hygiene is key. So that all these things, let us look at all these small things,
Yeah.
so that we can be able to say, okay, if I'm doing my part,
Mm.
then you should be the one who is not doing your part. You understand?
Yes.
And so let me finish with the sexual intimacy in marriage. The fourth principle is to be other oriented.
So I should be, what do you mean by that?
Other oriented means I'm not thinking of myself.
Yes.
I'm thinking of you, satisfying my wife,
Mhm.
meeting your needs in that sexual intimacy,
Yes.
not me.
So, and the wife should be thinking about
Thinking
her
of the
husband.
And that means, that's why it's very important to have communication, openness.
Mhm.
I know your preference.
Yes.
I know your needs.
Yes.
I know where you like me to touch you.
Yes.
I know how you like me to touch you. I
Mm.
know that during intimacy, the love making, you like kissing.
Mm.
So I should do it.
Yes.
Not because I like it,
But for you.
for you.
Yeah.
Maybe I also like you to touch me in a certain place,
I should.
so that, so it should be other oriented. It should not be about you getting the satisfaction.
Yeah, because
And
I
by
feel
the
people are
way,
just so
yes.
selfish. Everyone's just thinking about themselves.
And you know what, Faith? By being other oriented, you fulfill your own needs. Because when I fulfill your need, you will feel obligated
to fulfill
my
mine.
need.
Oh, so
That's where we are missing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, because people are selfish. So we need to work on our marriages. We need to work on physical intimacy. We're out of time again, but I hope you've learned something that you need to put in. Physical intimacy requires work. It might require sacrifice on your part. You need to be other oriented. Think about your spouse. Think about what works for them. And also, you need to share what your needs are so that they can be met. Without sharing what you need and what you desire, then there's no way it will be met. So thank you for joining us, Dr. Kathy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is such a wonderful conversation.
You're
I've
welcome.
enjoyed it. And thank you for staying tuned to Family Connect. My name is Faith. Stay tuned to DOXA TV.